It is not an appellation given to the divinity, to the ultimate being. And this is where we have been deceived. We have been programmed, we have been taught to accept the idea that gods are the ultimate beings, and with great apologies, they are not. They were the technicians, whether you call them extraterrestrial star beings or angels or heavenly lords or heavenly beings. They were the ones responsible for the recreation of our planets and the creating and guidance of mankind. Prince Ea was the first god. He was known, his works were known as that of Eyahu or Eyahu. He was known as Da'ea, which is the root for Deus and Dios. I almost hesitate to offer such a simplistic linguistic offering, but I suggest that there should be sufficient evidence there to be persuasive enough. Prince Ea was responsible for recreating planet Earth, taking existing surviving cells, bringing life from other planets, from other stars, into our world. What I am suggesting is that not all of the animals on our planet are indigenous, purely indigenous to our planet. I'm suggesting that if you take a look at something like the platypus, the ostrich, and other creatures which seem extraordinarily strange, that they too have been tampered with, and that their ancestry lies far, far away in the stars of Sirius and Orion and numerous other planets. And then in the next hour, I'm going to talk to you about another creature that was evolved on this planet, one who also has his roots in the heavens, who has his roots in the star system Sirius and the star system Orion. Prince Ea was to find a creature known as an Appa, a dark, hairy beast, strong of back, possessed of some intelligence, enough so that he could obey a command. And he took the Appa, and he began to mix the DNA of star beings into its evolution. This Appa would give birth to a creature that would later be known as a Dhamma. A Dhamma is the tampered with, evolved through DNA manipulation, through the genetic alteration of the Appa. The Adhamas, as I'm sure you can anticipate, are our ancestors. While I believe the story of evolution, the theory of evolution by Mr. Darwin is accurate for the most part, I will suggest to you that mankind could not possibly have evolved under normal circumstances without having the evolution of the ape tampered with. Mankind is the result of the fingerprints of the gods. He is the result of divinities, extraterrestrials, of star beings. The myths and the legends of the Aborigines and the Anasazi, the Hopi, the Apache, and the native tribes of Native America are true. The stories in most of our religions about heavenly beings coming down and teaching mankind, tampering with, and creating us in their image are true. I suggest that if you look in religious sources, legends, myths, cosmologies, even some of the tiniest little fairy tales, that they all have a small measure of truth. And for those of you who are out there, who are believers in the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and all those fabulous beasts, the phoenix and the griffin, I'm going to suggest to you that Prince Ea, Da'ea, the creator of this planet, the one who tampered with the DNA, also created those beings. Ladies and gentlemen, the unicorn is real. The centaur is real. I believe in the unicorn and its fabulous powers.
Hi, I'm Rod Remlin, and the name of my new show is called The Last Outpost, and will soon be airing live programming, so keep checking back for announcements as such sometime over the coming weeks. Also, don't forget to call Water Oz at 800-547-2294 and let them know what you think of the reruns. and make sure you order a bottle or two of the many fine mineral water products they carry. If you mention that you heard this ad on The Last Outpost, you will be given a 5% discount at the time of your order. And now, back to the show.
Thank you very much again, Rod. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for the time. I hope that you have been able to at least have a few eye-opening moments that I hope some of it makes sense. I hope if it disturbs any that one understands, as I said at the very beginning of the program, that you not accept what I am saying. I am providing you with 30 years worth of effort and research. My family thanks you, and if you would, please let Rod know if this is the kind of programming that you would like to hear. My thank yous to the Freedom Radio Network and Rod Remlin and Mr. Hinkson. I don't want to be remiss in recalling him. And for my sister Ivy, who got me started with the network, thank you very, very much to all of you. At the end of the last segment, I was suggesting that there was an individual, a star being who is known as Ea or Enki. Now, this is an individual that is very easily found in the earliest of creation myths, and you will see him numerous times in several works by several authors I highly recommend. Prince Ea, I am suggesting, was responsible for the recreation of planet Earth. During his experimentation and attempting to find hybrid plants that could survive and finding hybrid animals that could endure the harsh environment as well as an extraordinarily poisonous atmosphere. It is at this time that I need to point out that planet Earth, has an atmosphere that is approximately 80% nitrogen. Now, this is an inert gas. It is poisonous. Most star beings are unable to withstand it for any great lengths of time. And so it was one of Prince Ea's primary tasks to find a beast that was strong, that was capable and intelligent enough to obey a command, that could resist the environment and the harsh atmosphere, and that would serve his masters, his gods and dogs, loyally. Prince Ea found the Appa beast and began to tamper with and manipulate the DNA. He was successful. Now, I am abbreviating the story, but I'm going to suggest that in the Terra Papers, the person responsible, the actual hands-on creation of the beast known as Adama, and who would later be known as man, was Prince Ea's younger sister, who was in fact known as Ninhursag. I am suggesting to you that the original prototype, the first beast known as man, was actually created by a woman. I am Hopi and very proud. We call ourselves Hopitu. As I said at the very beginning of this evening's program, the Hopi believe that the creator of man was a woman. And our research bears this out. Again, allow me to recommend The 12th Planet by Zecharia Sitchin, in which he outlines the very, very same thing in his works, and Graham Hancock and others. The prototype man was created by a female, but the responsibility for the entire project fell to Ea. The beast was extraordinarily successful in his labors. Originally, the beast was often referred to as Lulu. Lulu meant one who has to be watched over constantly. There was an unpredictability factor in the Appa beast. Though it was loyal, though it was faithful, it was still a beast. There were moments in which there were outbursts of violence and passion. The beast had to be watched over constantly. It was called Lulu, the slave. I am proposing to you that the beast called man was originally created to serve the gods, to serve the star beings faithfully and loyally, in extracting the precious metals from the bowels of earth, in working the fields, and in creating a new life form which provided a profit. In other words, this was a business. The commands that were issued to the beast were very simple. You will obey. You will follow the word of the gods. The beast, with its minimal intelligence, understood minimally some of the concepts presented to him. Yes, beast, you are created in our image. You have our DNA. We have manipulated you genetically, and the beast, not knowing any better, simply remembered, we are created in the image of the gods. That opening statement in the Bible, which perplexes so many scholars, is absolutely accurate. We were created in their image. In time, Prince Ea, having recreated the planet and controlling and creating a paradise, in time he was replaced. His father was very concerned because Prince Ea spent too much time in the agricultural biological center he had created. It was a wonderful garden. New plants, new beasts, new birds, new fishes. It was an extraordinary experiment in the creating of hybrids. But Prince Ea, being a scientist and pursuing with passion this experiment called life, was spending too much time in the garden. He was ignoring the minds and the generation of a prophet.